Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you some of the hidden features available on OPPO Reno 12 Pro 5G. I tried to find some of the coolest ones and I hope you will like them. So let's start by going to the settings, and in the settings you want to go to System and Update, and then if you go to Software Update, then of course you will check for updates. However, there are also beta versions, not always available, but sometimes they are, and in order to get access to them we can tap on these three dots in the top right corner, and then we have beta program. And over here, if there are some trial versions or beta versions of a new Android version, then over here you should be able to find them. Another thing that I want to show you is called Beaconling, and it is a great tool that can be used in order to connect with people when you don't have signal. So if you go to Beaconling in the mobile network settings, you will need to of course create an OPPO account for that. So let me quickly create one, and after that you can enable a Beaconling. Over here we can also see a little description how it works, so you can call people nearby even if you don't have an internet connection or mobile signal. And in order to use this feature you need to keep Bluetooth on, and ideally you don't want to use anything, you don't want to use any Bluetooth device connected to your smartphone in order to make it work as best as possible. And by doing so, you will be discovered by nearby people while using this feature. So you can tap this option on, allow access to certain things, and then over here we have the information that the beaconing has been turned on, and we can also see our display name. We can be called also by just contacts only, so anyone that we have saved in the contacts, or everyone, which is for 2 hours available, and after that I assume it switches back into the contacts only. Of course we can refresh nearby devices, and I think this is a pretty cool feature, especially if you are just going somewhere where the signal will not be that good. Even let's say the underground car parks where the signal is usually much weaker or sometimes even non-existent, this feature definitely helps. Another thing that I want to show you is the clear voice option. So you can go to sounds and vibration in the settings, and then here we need to scroll down and go to clear voice. And here this option is pretty cool if you don't want anyone to listen to the background noise if you talk through someone by using your phone. So if you enable this option, then the AI will filter out the background noise while you are on a call. However, of course, if there is a really strong wind, then there might be some distortions and your voice might not be so clear. So of course you can always turn off this option if needed. However, this one works pretty great. Over here at the top you can also hear the preview, how it works. So here on the left side we have how the voice sounds in a busy area, and also on the right side we can hear the preview how it sounds with this option being on. So you can decide by yourself what you think of it. Then we can go back to the settings, and this time you're gonna go to notifications and status bar. And here if you go to more settings, here we can find a pretty cool feature that is called Smart Notification Hiding. And what it does is pretty much hides the content of a banner notification when the front camera detects someone other than you when someone is looking at the device. So if you go over here you can enable this option. Now of course you need to agree to the same end of use, and you will need to scan your face in order to make the device recognize you so that it doesn't hide from yourself. I'm not gonna do that right now, but still I think this is a pretty cool feature, especially if you are worried that someone might pick up your phone and see notifications in the lock screen. If that is the case with this option enabled, then of course the notifications will be hidden for that person. And the next thing that is pretty great as well is the system cloner, which we can find in security and privacy. Over here if you scroll down you will find system cloner option, and if you go here then you can set this option up and you create a separate system for apps and data, and you can access the system clone through specially designed fingerprint or lock screen password. So I have set up the system clone already, and let me show you how it works. So I have two different patterns that I can use in order to unlock my device. The first one is to unlock the main system, and the other will be used to unlock the cloned. So over here I'm gonna use this pattern, And of course I'm gonna go back to my main system. If I open background apps, then you will see that I have my options or settings back. But if I now lock my screen, and this time I'm gonna use this pattern, which I have set up for the system clone, then I'm gonna actually turn on the cloned version of my system. And as you can see, it looks pretty different. If I open background apps, then nothing is on, so it is a pretty clear version of the device, so nothing is installed over here. Of course, we can still install something else over here. And if you want to, you can quickly go back to the main system over here. We have this button, or you can simply lock the device and reopen by using the same pattern or password that you use normally. So really great. So definitely worth giving a try. And the next thing that I want to show you is also in security and privacy, and this one is hide apps. So if you go to hide apps, you will need to set up the security password, but once you do, here you can decide which apps need to be locked. So over here I have already selected some apps, like I have Google Drive over here, and if I try to find Google Drive in the app drawer, then you will notice that this app is not there. And once you hide the app, so let's say I'm gonna hide perhaps Facebook, there we go, then I will need to use a special code that will allow me to see hidden apps, and you can set up this code by yourself. Now when you run this app for the first time, this option, then you will be able to set up the code, but you can also tap on the setting icon in the top right corner, and then you can change the access code, and the access code must start with the hashtag and end with the hashtag as well. So let's give it a try. So we're gonna use something like this, 0000 hash, and this is the code that allows me to see my hidden apps. So now if I set it up, I go back, I can open the phone app and I can dial exactly the same code, and there we go. I have my hidden apps, which are not visible in the app drawer. Of course over here I have Facebook, but this is a cloned one, so pretty neat as well. The next thing that I want to show you is the developer options or developer mode, which can be enabled by going to system and update, sorry, not system and update, about device. And then over here we need to go to not status but version. So if you go to version, you need to tap version number several times until you need to enter the password or draw the pattern, and after that you will see the message that you are now a developer, and you can go back, go to system and update, and over here at the bottom you'll find developer options, where you have a bunch of different hidden options, and that some of them might be useful. And now let's go to the quick access. So you need to swipe twice from the top to the bottom, like so. And over here we have the flashlight. Of course you can simply enable and disable the flashlight by tapping on this slider, but as you can see, you can also tap on this arrow that is located on the right side of the text in order to adjust the strength of the flashlight. You can also just press and hold the button on the flashlight in order to open the strength of the flashlight as well. Now I'm gonna show you the last two things, and they are in the camera mode. So the first one is in the macro mode. Normally if you go to more over here, you will not find anything that resembles the macro mode, and if you are using the photo mode or something, then it will be not visible as well. However, there is an option to turn on the macro mode, and that is by zooming in. So if you move the camera away a little bit and then zoom in a little bit, then eventually you'll start using the macro mode. And over here in the bottom left corner you can see the flower. This means that we are now using the macro mode, and if I turn it on or off, you can see the difference. So we can use up to 9.9 times zoom, and the quality is pretty great. So this is how we can use the macro mode. And another thing that I want to show you is the focus mode for the video. So first we're gonna open the camera settings, so tap these three lines in the top right corner, go to settings, then over here we will find focus lock, which allows you to tap on the screen in order to lock the focus on an object when you are recording a video, and the focus will be automatically adjusted as the object moves, and this option is only available when you are recording at 30 FPS. So let's switch to video, and then over here we can switch the quality, we can change the resolution and the amount of frames per second. So in this case I'm gonna use Full HD 30 FPS, and let's take a look how it looks like. So I'm gonna place my small object, I can tap the screen, and now you will see that we have the square, the orange square, which indicates the focus lock. So now if I move the camera closer, sorry, the object closer to the camera, then I should be able to maintain the focus. Now for me it is quite difficult to do that with my one hand, and perhaps there is not much happening in the background, but if you keep the object closer, then the focus will stay on the object. As I move the object away, the focus just goes off, and then if I bring back the object, then it goes. And of course this works even better when you have this lock, and you should definitely give it a try. Of course, ideally I want to use it like so the front of this toy car, but it's pretty hard for me to do so. Anyway, this is pretty much it. These are not all hidden functions, but of course some of them I think I found the most interesting ones, and I hope you enjoyed them. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye!